Good morning. It's an honor, really a pleasure to be with you this morning, and I am fascinated by the presentation, the 6 presentations we had. A wide range, as you would expect, and we will soon see what's the outcome. I'm going to talk about crafting excellence, publishing in the age of Gen AI. Before I do that, I want to say this. I am fortunate to have been born to Indian parents in India. They invested their time, money, and effort, and with their blessings, I am what I am today. And this is a sentiment which most of us can connect with. So those of you who may not know me, I am a quantitative marketing modeler. My research area is consumer perceptions, preferences, and choice. And I also work in the area of international marketing, cross-cultural marketing, so on. In the last 4 decades, I published in a variety of journals. The first layer is the quantitative part of my research, marketing science, journal of marketing research, psychometrica, and so on. And then the second row is the international marketing and the marketing strategy part of my research. So Journal of Global Marketing, my favorite, and JBR, and so on. Innovation must serve humanity, not undermine it. The discussion about AI is today at world's highest levels, including the UN Security Council. AI is a double-edged sword, as all of us recognize it. I don't think I need those. On the positive side, it could act as a catalyst and help us. On the negative side, it is devilish. It casts a shadow on whatever we do, especially academic integrity. So to elaborate, threats to research integrity and its impact on the peer review system if academia becomes suddenly a publishing machine. On the positive side, it can augment the intellectual argumentation of whatever we do, and it can help us democratize the research process, which is important, I think. So what we need is ethical and policy anchors. On the ethical side, shifting through, it has that, doesn't show. Shifting towards ethical AI use in academia, training scholars, all scholars, not some, but all scholars, on AI ethics and embedding ethical norms in AI-powered research. On the technology and policy side, we need new frameworks, policy frameworks. Open source AI for transparency and reproducibility, and technology safeguards for AI integrity. Things which we need to be able to contain this. It is here to stay, we know that. It's going to be more pervasive. We need tools so that we can work with it. We reviewed the publisher policies of several publishing houses, and it seems there is an overall consensus: no AI authorship, mandatory I lose that word. Mandatory, whatever that word is. Disclosure, yeah, or whatever AI tools you use. So path forward, we need to use AI, so we want to embrace its benefits at the same time mitigating its risks. Build AI literacy and ethics training among scholars at all levels. Encourage interdisciplinary collaboration among editors, ethicists, and technologists. And recognize that AI has two sides. It can be helpful and it can be hurtful depending on, I don't have limit. It can be hurtful and I think it depends on what we do with it. Basically, our value system is the one which is going to determine the outcome. And academic integrity, future tools on responsible stewardship, essentially the same thing. That I think what will happen with the use of AI is how we use it, how we shape it, how sincere we are in terms of using it right. There's a lot of money being invested. People are talking of building huge infrastructures, the recent contract between NVIDIA and OpenAI. But the point is, all this is going to be there. It is going to be pervasive in our day-to-day life. And it'll be helpful if we use it, if we manage it more effectively and with right values. So it's not a magic bullet. It amplifies both the potential as well as the responsibility in research. The real will lies in balancing its strength with a strong ethics, clear policies, and human oversight always. With that said, I want to talk a little bit about JGM. JGM is the acronym I use for Journal of Global Marketing. That's a mouthful. So most of my talk I'll be using the acronym JGM. I think of JGM as a launchpad journal. Launchpad for emerging ideas, emerging fields, such as AI, such as metaverse, such as blockchains, or any other new field. And also a launchpad for young emerging scholars. We are inclusive. We invite both young and mature scholars, but we can accelerate. We have the capacity to accelerate papers. If I see a paper is in the emerging field, or the paper is by a young or emerging scholar. So consider this. We have the ability from submission to publication in 60 days or less. And for emerging fields, that is important. For young emerging scholars, that's important. We are fast and we have high standards. We reject more than 90% of the papers we get. I'm sorry that it's a competitive field. But I'll talk about rejections in a moment towards the end of my presentation. So how are we able to do it? How are we able to fast track? We've been there for more than 35 years, and our strongest asset is the board, the editorial board. We have people from around the world and excellent, dedicated people. That's what makes it happen. We publish 25 to 30 articles in 5 issues in a year. Aims and scope. I think of JGM as a platform where we invite scholars from emerging world as well as developed world who can contribute their innovative, cutting-edge research and create an intellectual dialogue. That's what we are trying to do. Our scope is wide. Anything you can think of in the international marketing area, we invite you. Our impact, we are an ESCI journal since 2023. Our latest impact factor is 4.3. We are a Scopus site score 7.7, and today a Q1 site score best quartile journal. With that, I want to shift to how to publish in this current age. This picture that you are seeing, it's a graphical abstract of an editorial which is published in JJM. It's a 4-page editorial and a 20-minute read. It's available free of cost on the JGM homepage as well as on the JGM LinkedIn page. I invite you to read this when you have a time. 4 pages and 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the golden nuggets which the editorial offers. So we have a center block which says how to publish in Journal of Global Marketing. You can replace Journal of Global Marketing with any other journal of interest to you. And there are 8 blocks around that center block. Those are the 8 steps to publish in a high impact journal. So step 1, sensitize to JGM. Become a friend with the JGM or the journal of your interest. How do you do that? By becoming familiar with its aims and scope, by reading the recent articles published there, and seeing how your research aligns with that. Showcase value. Showcase value. Show novelty. Show how you are different. What value do you contribute? Show interestingness by asking compelling, creative, and clear questions. Clarity is the key. Compelling, clear, creative research propositions and hypotheses. Solicit trust. Build trust. Rigorous, robust, relevant methods. Be it sampling, be it data analysis, be it data collection, anything you do in the paper. Rigorous, robust, relevant methods. Create impact, both theoretical and practical, managerial. Say it at least 3 times in the paper. Abstract, introduction, and conclusions. Showcase professionalism. Clarity again. Clarity of content and clarity of presentation. Both are important. Showcase meticulousness. This is about following the guidelines, the journal guidelines, and avoid avoidable mistakes. When your paper is ready, before you submit it, at least 2 types of feedback. One, a friendly feedback from colleague, and second, no matter how good your English is, get it professionally proofread. And last, number 8, show diligence. And that is careful, complete, and cordial, the 3 different C's. Response to reviewers and editors' comments. Detailed response. You are 1 step closer now to publication. Over 90% of the papers are rejected, and I said I'll allude to that briefly. So take rejection as an opportunity to grow. It's a change of frame. Instead of, it's not a punishment. If you think of it as an opportunity to grow, much like a piece of metal, when forged under heat and pressure, it becomes a sword. Like that, when you overcome a rejection, a challenge, you become sharper. This is a summary. These are the same 8 steps. But the 4 things which I talked about in this context: 1, purpose. Our purpose is to publish excellent research. 2nd is passion. Whatever we do with the heart, with full passion. 3rd is perseverance. We persist. That's how we are done. And 4th, final, patience. Thank you.